Because I talked about giving a length earlier. But I was like, if you set it at 3, if you define a streak as 3, then you won't see the same statistical independence that you had seen when you consider the streak whatever fell into the streak. But I don't think we're talking about the same given now. So there are some length for which it becomes more likely to be reversed than to continue. Gosh, because okay, so the error of the gambler may be a product of the not so erroneous thing after this colon. Okay, all right, let's do this again. So, the gambler's fallacy. So the gambler's fallacy is, oh right, the gambler's fallacy isn't the hot hand fallacy. The gambler's fallacy is like, at some point, this has to stop. Too much coincidence. At some point, this has to stop. And that is true with the, there is a point at which, streak, if you're always talking about the same length of streaks, then yeah. Then so if you look at all the streaks of 4 and are like, so what happened next? Was it reversed or continued? It is more likely to be reversed when you have these independent events like a roulette wheel. But it's just thinking that it has to be reversed, because then no. But sure, it is more likely to be reversed. Gotcha. So the gambler's fallacy is the commitment to the reversal because of past events. But it's not because of past events that it's going to reverse. It's going to reverse because it's generally just 50% and isn't based on the past events. Right, and that's why the hot hand and the gambler's thing are like opposites. The hot hand is like, oh, because they've been hitting, they're going to continue to hit. Gambler's fallacy is because they've been hitting, they're going to now miss. Right. No, you explained it well. That's me. Okay, I gotcha. So the error of because they've been hitting, they're going to miss. Well, it's not actually an error because there are psychological factors of the hitter involved. So it does carry over. These aren't independent events. So that's why it's a hot hand fallacy. Now the gambler's fallacy actually does involve independent events. But they, like the hot hand fallacy, think that the past matters. They just think that's going to have the opposite effect. Or not they, but there's this it. Okay, got it. So there are a few different its here. So if streak, so we got a few different its. If streak, then stop. Now if streak, then change. Now, that's not irrational. Because especially for independent events, it's like, all right, well, it's got to change soon, bro. Because there's no confounding thing to make it keep going like that. All right. Another it is if streak, then continue. Like the streak will continue. Then streak continue, or events continue. And then the other one is events change. So you've got one it called if events in streak, then events soon change. So if streak, then change. Another it that's saying the opposite. If streak, then streak, bro. If streak, then